In this video, I'm going to walk you through picking out a skirt that fits your boat and your needs for paddling on the water. There are a few different styles and kinds of skirts that you can pick up, different materials, different fits, so let's get into it. So one of the more popular materials that skirts are made out of is going to be neoprene. This level 6 club right here is a neoprene skirt with an adjustable tunnel. So when you're picking a skirt, you want to size the skirt to not only your boat, but yourself. The cockpit size is going to be this part of the skirt that fits around the cockpit of the kayak, and then tube size is this part that fits around your person. There are a few different styles of skirts. So you have your more traditional, just like recreational style touring skirts, along with your more performance style, which are a little more beefy, a little more robust, and can take a little more of a beating. This club right here is kind of a, I guess I would call it more of a universal skirt. It is a fitted cockpit size, but is a bungee rand, as you can see here. So it's got a bungee around the rand of the skirt, which is the part of the skirt that fits on the cockpit of your kayak. The bungee rands are going to be easier to put on the boat. They don't seal up quite as well, but for 75% of our paddlers, they're just out paddling flat water, wanting to stay dry, warm, not necessarily needing the sealing of a more robust rand on, say, like a sea kayak or something like a whitewater kayak. All of your skirts are going to have a handle. This handle needs to be out and easy to grab onto, because if you do end up upside down and you don't have a roll, this is what you're going to grab to pop the skirt off the cockpit and do a wet exit. So this skirt is a little more universal. It does adjust down the sides of the tunnel. Now, one thing that does do is, with it being a little more universal of a fit, it doesn't quite seal as well around the body of the paddler. We're going to jump into a more performance style skirt. I'll show you some differences with that. And I don't have a vinyl skirt with me. I'll show you some other materials that the skirts do come in. All right, so now I have the level 6 Ace. The Ace is a more performance style skirt, little beefier materials, and this guy has a rubber rand around the deck. So what this does, a couple things. It's a stiffer rand, so it does seal up quite a bit better around the cockpit of the boat. And with it being rubberized, it has these little ridges on here that help seal around the cockpit also. So that does give you a tighter fit, essentially, but it is harder to get on and off. So when you're sitting in the boat, fit the back of the cockpit first, reach and pull forwards. This is going to be a lot harder to do. Along with that is a more fitted tunnel. So no adjustments down the sides of this tunnel. This tunnel is fitted to the paddler. So there's no sizing, essentially. Try this on with your dry suit on, your dry top on, whatever you're wearing, to make sure this fits. Again, handle here. Make sure this is out when you put the skirt on, so you have something to grab onto if you don't have a roll. Along with that, it is reinforced around the edges of the skirt. That gives you some more stability if you are taking waves over the top of the boat. So if you are, say, running some class 3, class 4, class 5, or out in the ocean, really running some waves, rock guarding, that kind of stuff, this guy here is going to be your best bet. Seals up a lot better, a lot stiffer, a lot more skirt. So the other material that skirts are made out of are like a vinyl. So this is a coated vinyl. Isn't stretchy. This here is actually a cockpit cover, because I don't have a vinyl spray skirt in stock right now, but it's essentially the same thing. So imagine this with a tunnel cut into it. This is going to be for your more just lake paddlers. Not quite as tight, not quite as robust, but gives you a little more protection from the weather, from smaller waves, maybe some rain if you're paddling during the winter. Vinyl skirts for your just standard kind of recreational touring paddler is a great choice, and they're usually quite a bit less. So a vinyl skirt will put you back, say, 40, 50 bucks, where something like that Ace skirt or some higher end skirts, say from like SEALs or Immersion Research, you're looking at $200 to $300. So if you're just out paddling flat water, go with vinyl. All right, so I've got a P&H Virgo here. I'm gonna show you guys how to, essentially just put a skirt on. Pretty simple. When you're sitting in the boat, your skirt is gonna be fitted to your body, right? Tube fitted up, usually like right about, on me, fits about my sternum, top of the tube. You want the deck to sit just above your waist. So when you're sitting in the boat, the deck isn't sitting too low, sitting too high. Grab your skirt, and again, you want to make sure that the sizes are right for the boat. This one is actually a small deck. I don't think this is gonna fit on this boat, so I'm gonna go grab another deck size. All right, so went and grabbed another size. This guy shows, like on these level 6 skirts, they actually have the sizes printed on the inside of the tube. So this guy is a large, extra large tunnel, not tube, and then an extra large cockpit. Again, these have a bit of like an implosion bar, so it just helps support the skirt if you're in some rowdier stuff. So take your skirt with it fitted to you, fit the back of the skirt first, and then you're going to stretch it. You're gonna lean forward and stretch the skirt all the way to the front of the cockpit. And flip it over the combing. I promise it's a lot easier when you're sitting in the boat because you can use your core to stretch the skirt. It's a little awkward with this boat just sitting on the stands because it's moving a little bit. And then with this skirt, you want to kind of tighten up the support bar, the implosion bar a little bit. Make sure the rand is fitted all the way around the cockpit, and you're good to go. Again, make sure your handle here is not tucked into the boat, because if you were to flip the boat and you go to grab something, there's nothing there, right? So if you have to do a wet exit and you don't have a roll, this gives you something to grab onto, pop the skirt off, and you just slide right out of the boat. Something to practice also. So if you're new to skirts, go out to the lake. If you have a heated pool during the winter, that's great practice too. That way you can roll your boat and practice wet exits with the skirt on. All right, so if you guys have any questions about skirts, anything like that, comment down below. All kinds of different brands, their sizings do vary, so not all brands size the same. So make sure you go to your local store, check out the different brands, different sizes, let them know what boat you're paddling, and they should be able to get you set up. So like and subscribe. It helps support us as a shop, helps support the channel. That way we can do more of these kind of quick informational videos. Let us know what else you want us to talk about. And yeah, hope to see you guys later.